Hi guys, today we are going to talk about graph transformations, and for each case we are going to use an example. Here we can see the graph of the function y equals x squared. Now what happens if we add, for example, the number 3 to the right hand side? Here we have the function y equals x squared plus 3. As we can see, our graph moves 3 units up from this point to this point here. Now, what happens if we subtract the number 3, for example, from the right hand side? Here we have the function y equals x squared minus 3. As we can see, in this case, our graph moves 3 units down. Okay, now what happens if we multiply the right hand side by the number 2? For example, as we can see here, our graph becomes narrower. This graph, our original graph, is wider than this graph. What happens if we multiply the right hand side by the number 1 over 2? In this case, our graph becomes wider. This graph is narrower, the original graph is narrower than the new graph. Now, what happens if we substitute x with x minus 3? Now we have the function y equals parentheses x minus 3 squared. Now, our function, our new graph, moves 3 units to the right. It moves 3 units to the right. Now, what happens if we substitute x with x plus 3? Now we have the function y equals parentheses x plus 3 squared. As we can see, our new graph moves 3 units to the left. And finally, we have 2 more cases. What happens if we put the minus sign before the right hand side? As we can see, we have a vertical reflection in the x-axis. For the last example, I have to change our original function. We can use y equals x cubed. This is our graph, and if we substitute x with minus x, we have a horizontal reflection in the y-axis. This graph is horizontally reflected in the y-axis. Thank you for watching this video.